Okay, so basically we have seen, so we are discussing about the P2P cycle. In that P2P cycle, we have covered the purchase requisition, we have covered the RFQ process, we have seen the quotation process and the quotation comparison. Then we have created the purchase order, we have seen the purchase order. Now we will be looking into the some concept of goods receipt. So basically, then we will be going to the invoice receipt. Okay, so basically this goods receipt, so basically till this purchase order, it is coming under your, let's say, peer to peer
Sir,
week. Yes.
we did not create the purchase order
Okay, so manually you want to see, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so manually if we want to create a purchase order, so if we want to create manually a purchase order, how we can create? So what are the mandatory fields for creating a purchase orders? First thing is a document type. So here you can select a document type. So let's say we are taking this ZMB type document type. Okay, we are creating this one. Next, you have to enter a vendor number. So let's say this we are taking. Let's say 394 we are taking. Okay, or let's say 399 also. So here you have to enter the organization details. Okay, in the organization data, you have to put the organizational details. So here you can see the purchasing organization PT10. Here you can enter the purchasing group. Let's say, what was that? This one. Okay. And the company code, if you want to enter, you can enter or you can leave it blank. While you are entering the plant, it will by default, it will take the company code. Okay. So we will be taking ITCP. Okay. This one will take. Now, this is all about the header section. So in this header section, this is the mandatory data. What is the mandatory data? First thing, you have to select a document type, then vendor you have to select, then you have to enter the purchase, you have to enter the organization data. Okay, this is the header section. Now in the item section, what you have to enter? First thing, here you can see the item number, you can leave it blank. Next one is your account assignment category. Account assignment category is basically if you want to product for some cost center, then you can enter a account assignment category. If you select the drop down, you can see these are the cost centers are there for sales order, for internal order, for MTS production project, for cost center, for network orders, for project orders, for project make to orders. So you can take these as a account assignment category. So for other orders, account assignment category will be blank. Okay. Now next one is item category. What is the item category? Basically how our product is getting procured. So if it is a standard, you can leave it blank. Next one is your material. So you can enter a material. What is the quantity? You have to enter a quantity. Okay. Now next one is you have to enter the plant. These are the mandatory data. Okay. So here let's say IT10. Okay. Storage location you can enter or you leave it. No worries. Okay, if you are entering it over here, by default it will come in the GR. If you are not entering here, then you have to enter it in the GR section. Let's say we will go with 0001. Okay, now this is the mandatory data. Okay, now just hit enter. It will take the data automatically. Now you can see this data is taking automatically. So material, let's see what material is available. So you can check in the table what material is available. Go to MARC. Just put here your plant IT10. Execute. You will be able to see what are the materials are available. Okay. So we'll take this one. Enter. Now again hit enter. Okay. Tax code. Remove it. Okay. Now click on enter. Okay, so now you can see this is the mandatory data that we have to enter. Okay, so as per the price, as per the quantity, it is taking the price automatically. Okay, so by default it is taking the price from the, here you can see info record is taken automatically for this material and vendor combination. Whatever info record is there, it is taking by default. Okay, so now once you have entered all of those things, you can check again the individual tab data. You can just check. Okay, you can just check all of those things. Then you can just click on check button over here, and if there is any kind of error or warning messages are there, it will take directly from the, it will take directly from the sorry, what I'm saying. Okay, so if you are having any kind of error or warning message, you can check it from here. Okay, so now just click on OK. If there is any kind of error message, then you can edit the data and you can solve, means you can remove the errors. Okay, if the warning message, then you will be able to save it. So now everything is on warning. Let me just save it. Okay, you can just click on save and it will create a purchase order 789. Okay, this is the purchase order. So this is how you can create a purchase order based on the, means manually also you can create a purchase order. Able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the thing. While you are creating a manually a purchase order, you can create it manually also. What are the mandatory fields? You have to check the document type, vendor, purchasing organization, purchasing group, and company code, basically from the organizational data. You can enter it or you can leave it blank. Don't worry. Once you are entering the item details, by default, it will take based on the plant configuration, whatever purchasing organization or purchase company code is there. Company code is assigned to the plant. So by default, it will take, let's say, if we enter here, IT10 and enter. So by default, you can see the ITC paper company code is taking by default. Okay, so purchasing organization you can take and purchasing group you can take. Okay, so purchasing group, if you are selecting it in the let's say purchase requisition level, it will take here. If you are not maintaining it, then you can maintain, because this purchasing organization, purchasing group, you can create, you can maintain it manually also. Okay, so this is basically the manual process. So you can just maintain this organizational data, material, plant. Okay, this is the these are the mandatory fields. Other than that, let's say if you are selecting any other let's say if you are selecting, okay, let's say if you are selecting this one, so there will be supplying plant. Okay, So don't worry about it. We'll see it in the stock transfer process. Okay. So basically, if you are selecting this UB type transfer order, here you can see the item category already selected as U. Okay. So based on this, it will be procuring the material, like the supplying plant is there, and it will the price will be already means price will be taking from the, like from the supplying plant, it will take the price. Okay. So these are some of the things. So going forward, we will be looking into the different types of purchase order. Don't worry about it. So this is basically how you can create a purchase order manually. Okay. So able to understand? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now next part is your goods receipt process. So your goods receipt process will come under your inventory management process. Okay. And your invoice receipt process will come under your logistics invoice verification process. Now, if we want to see what is the inventory management or what is the GR, let's understand the inventory management. What is the inventory management? So basically, managing the stocks of the material in the warehouse or in the storage location is called the inventory management. That is called a inventory. When we store something in our warehouse or in our storage location, that is called our inventory, right? So you might have heard this situation that there is means inventory levels are low, or inventory needs to be refilled, or inventory needs to be managed. So this is basically stock levels. Okay. So inventory means managing your stocks. Okay. Now, what will be the inventory management and how the inventory management will be activated? So first thing is, you need to select the quantity update and the value update in the material master selection label in the OMS2, right? In the OMS2, you have to select the material. Just go there. So you have to select, let's say we are selecting here ROH material type. Okay. Okay, let's say we are selecting this ROH material type. We have to go to quantity and value updating, go to position. Okay, valuation area you have to take. Okay, so valuation area you have to take IT10. So here you have to select the quantity updating and value updating. So when you are selecting the quantity updating and value updating, your material quantity will be updated in your storage location label. Okay, so where you can see it, so let's go here. Let's go to MMB. Here, if you take the material, let's say 05. Let's say this is the material we are taking, and we are taking IT10. Let's execute this one. So you can see whatever materials are there in your plant label or your storage location label. So here you can see this is the material that we have ordered. Okay, this is on order stock. So once you are receiving the stock, it will be moved to, let's say, unrestricted stock or quality stock, or let's say block stock will be there. Okay, the block stock will be there. Based on how you are receiving, it will be updating. Okay, so right now this is the on order stock. Until you are doing the GR, it will show you that on order stock, or this is the stock we have ordered. Okay, so now if you are selecting the value update or quantity update button, then once you are receiving the product, it will be updating the quantity in the warehouse level or in the storage location level. Okay, So now here, if you are selecting the quantity update and you are selecting the value update, so value will be updated at your inventory level. In the inventory GL account, your value would be updated. Okay, so this is basically quantity update and value update. Okay, so whenever you are doing a GR, your quantity will be maintained at your storage location level and your value will be maintained at the GL account at the valuation area level. What is our valuation area? Valuation area is our plant. So at the plant level, whatever GL accounts has been maintained for this kind of let's say goods receipt process, that will be maintained at the inventory level. Okay, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically these are the two things, quantity updating and value updating. Quantity update means quantity will be updated at the storage location level. Value updating means value will be updated at the valuation area level for the GL account, but this will be done at the point of goods receipt. Okay, when you are receiving the goods, then quantity will be updating to your storage location level, means stock will be showing, and your value will be updating to the valuation area level. Okay, so when we will be doing the when we will be doing the GR, then we will be seeing how value will be maintained or how the quantity will be maintained. Okay, so for materials, quantity or let's say value update or quality update, it will be depending on type of material you are purchasing. Okay, or type of let's say what kind of procurement you are doing. Based on that, you can select this quantity updating and value updating. Okay, let's say for ROH material, you need to store it. So you need to select the quantity updating and value updating. Let's say if you are uh, going for any kind of pipeline material, then there will be no quantity updating or value updating because you are not doing any kind of goods receipt of the pipeline process. Okay, then for the consignment process, let's say there will be quantity updating will be there, but value updating will not be there. Okay, value will not be updated. Okay, whenever you are doing the goods receipt, let's say quantity will be updated, but value will not be updated. Okay, so that the material will not be maintained or the material will be not known as your own stock. Okay, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you are let's say if you are not selecting this quantity updating, okay, let's say if you are not selecting this one, then in the purchase order, okay, okay, then in the purchase order level, let's see this one. Okay, so let's say if you are not selecting this quantity updating and value updating. Okay, okay, let's say you are updating the value but you are not selecting the quantity updating. Now let's save this one. Okay, so ROH material you have selected no quantity updating but value updating. Okay, now if you go to the purchase order, now let's say we'll take the same things, Z and B. Let's say we'll take this one, we'll take this one, take this one. Let's say we'll take this one. Now we'll take this one. Let's enter this. Okay, now just hit enter. Okay, quantity is there. Is it there? Okay, so we'll see one more purchase order. Okay, no worries. We'll go with, so we'll enter this one. So by default it will take. Now what you can see, it is asking account assignment is mandatory for the material 5, means this material account assignment category is mandatory. Why it is asking for this one? Now you can see there is no provision for value based inventory management for this material type in this plant. Account as assignment will be mandatory. Okay, so if you are not selecting that quantity update and value update, you have to mandatory, you have to enter a account assignment. What is a account assignment? We have seen for which cost center we are purchasing this product. If you are not going for any kind of inventory management, let's say inventory management, if it is not possible that you are not storing the product, right? So why you are purchasing the product? For some department you are going to purchase this product, so that thing you have to define in the account assignment category. Able to understand this? Able to understand this, everyone?
No, sir.
Okay, so here what is the meaning of quantity updating on value updating we have seen. So if you are selecting the quantity updating and value updating while you are receiving the product needs to be done the GR, means while you are doing the GR, at that point of time your quantity will be updated at your storage location level. Okay, so once you are receiving the product will be stored in the storage location and your value will be updated based on the plant. Okay, because you are receiving the plant and you are storing in the plant. Okay, able to understand? First thing, this is the first thing, able to understand this one. If you are selecting the quantity update
Yes, sir.
and value updating, then your material will be stored at your storage location level, value will be updated at your plant level. Now the second thing, if you are not selecting this value updating and quantity updating, now what will happen? So your material should not be stored in the storage location label. Okay, if you are not storing the material in your storage location label, then your value will be not be able to update at the storage location level, right? You are not receiving the product at your store. Okay, now in that situation what will happen? So why you are purchasing this material? If you are not going to store, why you are going to purchase this material? For someone you are going to purchase this material, right? Able to understand this one? Try to understand. Okay,
Sir, value updating means price updating, right?
yes, value updating means the price updating. Value means not the price one. Value means it will be the price, means not the material price, but valuation is basically there will be a GL account will be there where the valuation will be updating. Let's say that if you say about the price, if you take it about the price, so price will be updating in some of the GL account where you are consuming, what account you are consuming. Okay, so that is a important part. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, whenever you consume some of the product or basically you procure some of the product, it needs to be added to some of the GL account, because we need to, means in our let's say our company needs to find whatever the cost centers are there where the expenses are happening, so that they will be able to track all those finance related things, right? So for that one, let's say if you are having this material, if you are receiving this material in your store, so that the company or finance side will know, okay, this material has been received in this inventory section or storage location storage sections, so storage locations, so this is the plant, this cost is happening to the plant. Okay, at the plant level, this is the cost we are incurring, or this is the cost for the plant. Okay, able to understand? This is little bit related to finance side, so maybe little bit confusing for you, but try to understand this one. So if you are storing a material, material will be cost, material will be costing to your inventory level. Okay, inventory means the storage means the storage location area, so it will be incurred to the storage location level. Okay, able to understand? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Yeah. Okay. So now if you are not selecting the quantity update and value update, now if you are not selecting the quantity update and value update, your materials will not be updated at the inventory level. Okay, because whenever you do the GR, so you are not supposed to store the product, right? So whenever you do the GR, at that point of time also it will show you like this material cannot be or there will be no selectable material kind of thing, it will be showing in your GR. Okay, so basically this is the issue. So if you are selecting or if you are not checking this quantity update and value update, then you have to select a account assignment category. Okay, what is the account assignment category? Account assignment category is basically, it's a cost center. Okay, it's a cost center means it is a area. Let's say you are not storing the product, but for your let's say manufacturing plant, or let's say for your production shop, or let's say for your um, let's say for your project stock, you need to have some products. Okay, so in that case you have to give some account assignment category. Okay, so that whenever you receive the product, when you do the GR, directly the material will be sent to the project, not to your inventory, not to your storage location, it will be directly sent to the cost center. Okay, cost center, or we can say the project or anything you are selecting from here, there it will be sending to them. Okay, so just try to understand this way. Okay, what kind of example we can take?
The cost center and profit center will maintained by the PICO team only, no?
Sorry.
Cost center will maintain or the create the PICO team only, no?
Yes, 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 it will be all created by the FICO team itself. So finance side, it is a finance side activity. You don't have to worry about it, but you can maintain it over here. Let's say if a purchase order is getting created for project or for any other cost center, so you can maintain it in the account assignment category. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the basically the thing. Okay. So if you want to update the inventory, or if you want to manage the inventory, then you have to select the quantity updating and value updating. Okay, so this will be done based on the material type. For some material type, let's say if you are going for a service material, so there will be no quantity updating will be there, only value updating will be there, right? So service item you are not receiving at your storage location, right? So there will be no quantity updating will be there, but you are, there will be a cost will be there, so value updating will be selected. So if you go back, so let's say service material. Okay, okay, so there are two types of service material in S4 HANA. One is a SCRB material is there, and one is a DIEN material is there. So you can check for SCRB material, go to quantity value. So here you can see there is no quantity value updating are there. Okay, so you can see there is no quantity update or value update is there. Now you can go back and we can select, so we can select the DIEN material. Now you can go to the quantity updating. Now you can see the quantity updating is by default set as not editable, so you cannot update the quantity, but value updating here it is available, so you can update the value basis, you can update it. Okay, so based on the material type, it will be decided whether it will be inventory managed or non-inventory managed, it will be value managed or non-value managed, it will be based on the material type. If you go to, let's say, let's say if you are going to pipeline material, go to quantity updating and value updating. So here you can see there is no quantity updating is there. Okay, value updating is there, but if you want to select, you can select or you can unselect. Okay, so mostly we are not going to select the value update also. Okay, for none of the material you can see there will be a value update. Okay, because you are selecting a value update, then you have to own that product. Okay, so normally this is the, let's say for the, okay, so these are some of the things. You can just scroll through all the material type and you can say, you can check if the quantity update and value update has been selected or not. Okay, so you can check these things in here. So basically if the quantity updating and value updating has been selected, then it will be possible for us to maintain it at the inventory level. Inventory level means your, whenever you do the GR, your quantity will be updating at the storage location level and your value will be updated at the GL account level based on your valuation area. So while we are doing the GR at that point of time, we will be looking into this. Okay, so how the value will be updating, will be looking into this. Okay, so basically what are the types of, so basically when we do the goods receipt or when we do the Migo transaction, there are some kind of goods movement are there. So what kind of goods movement are there? So goods movement is basically, if we say, so first one is, let's say, goods movement. So in the goods movement, first one is your goods receipt. When we receive goods, that is a goods receipt. Now next one is goods issue. When we issue the goods, that is called a goods issue. Okay, next one is your transfer posting. Next one is your transfer posting. Next one is your stock transfer. Okay, so basically we are having these kind of four types of goods movement type will be there. Okay, able to understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically these are the primary or initial thing for the for the inventory management. So basically based on the material type, it will be decided whether the material is going to be stored in the storage location level or not, or material is going to be evaluated at the inventory level or not. Okay, this is based on the material type. Okay, so if you are selecting the quantity updating and value updating, then you have to then the inventory management will be possible. If you are not selecting the quantity update, then your material will be not updated at the storage location level. And if you are not selecting the value update, then your material value will be not updated at the inventory management level, and your account assignment category will be mandatory at the purchase order level. So these are the some of the basic things you need to know. So from Monday we will be looking into the um, we'll be looking into the details of the next, let's say, goods movement, or what kind of what is the, let's say, when we are doing the goods movement, what are the kinds of activity will be happening in the background, what are the things are there, and what are the different kinds of goods movement, will be looking into it.